Alright, so hi guys, today I'm gonna cover a trade recap, a short I took on Thursday, yeah, which was this around 100 points, around 10 a.m., which of course I called up 20 minutes before the open, right? Okay, so starting from the daily, if we look here, on Wednesday we have swept out this high over here, right? Which was liquidity, right? So liquidity over here. If you look at the week, on Monday we formed low of the week and then we expanded her and we took out a relevant point on Wednesday. So for Thursday I was expecting sells down towards at least previous day low. Alright, so after that, if you look here, we had the open around here. We open up, expanded lower, we chop, came back up into this opening price, which was 1800 open, right? We then took this high, but we formed SMT with it. If you look here, right here, SMT, around 8 a.m., 9 a.m. open up, and bang, expanded lower. Before we go on 15 minute, let me just do this real quick. Okay. So, since we had the high of the week in and the low of the week in, where can price go towards, right? If we sell off, where can we go? Well, the first thing is previous to low, right? Why? Because all of this is just liquidity. All of this over here, liquidity. All of this over here is also liquidity, right? Now this low is protected. Why? Because it's Tuesday low, and there was some criterias that was protected. So anything above this low is not protected or not rebalanced. They have to rebalance, right? So for if we reverse here, where can we go? This liquidity, and over here, main previous low draw. So since we have a draw and we have a reversal, the thing is where can we reverse at in New York EM, right? So for that I had the fibs, which was like this. So I saw that we hit the fib at in London, but we again took that high out at 8:30 or 8:45. We took both of the highs out, we swept more liquidity, and you had the SMT. So now I knew that this high should be protected, right? We shouldn't go any above than this high. Like this is protected. So since we have a projected high and we have our drawn liquidity, what's the next thing we need? Entry, right? So I came on charts around 9 a.m. That's how we had the highs in. I had this order block marked out to short. I didn't took it over here. Then that's how we again came back up in another order block. Could have shorted that too. I didn't short that because I don't trade before 9:30. So I simply just wait for New York open, right? New York opened over here and it just expanded lower. Cause what's the 9:30 job? If everything is done, just to expand away, right, from the half the day towards the draw. So 9:30 open, expanded lower, and we formed this on my order block. It came back up in it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then we expanded lower and we formed an up close candle at 9:44. Extend that out. Once we tap back in it, I short it over here. Stop goes above the order block high, of course. And I TP'd around 100 points, yeah, like there, around there. Yeah, like that. Also, one more thing is that when we tap the other quadrants of the fib over here, we usually give a reversal or retracement. So since my drawn liquidity is more lower, what I'm expecting from this a retracement, right? Retrace back up in the outer block, expanded lower, tapped back in the fib, and then we again retraced up. So that's where I shot it. And yeah, could have holded that for my drawn liquidity, which would have been 260 points. I was happy with the 100 points and I closed here. This was the trade. Um, one more thing. What the fuck? Okay. At 9:30 we formed this FVG on the 5-minute. Now most people were just waiting for this to get filled to enter off of this, but usually when you have like some strong conviction on the drawn liquidity and everything is done, we usually don't rebalance, especially around 9:30 to 10. Between that time, we don't usually give major retracement. We just continue off a 1-minute PD raise. So yeah, that was the reason we left this gap opened, and I shot it below this gap with my stop above the gap, like at the gap, right? And yeah, that's gonna be it. If you have any questions regarding this, you can ask them in the comments. And yeah, peace.